Okay guys, we're back to do a tutorial on making cookies and cream hot chocolate bomb. I've already started mixing my white chocolate melts. Just like before, I used the Ghirardelli's white chocolate vanilla flavored melts. Got these at Sam's Club, 30-ounce bag. I already got it all mixed up and melted. Next, I got Oreo cookies. I used a double stuff. Some people don't like to use the stuff inside, just the cookies. I used it both to give it that cream flavor. I used a small food processor, put about 6 cookies in here, mixed it all up, grinded it down to their like little crumbs. If you don't have a food processor, just put cookies inside a bag, Ziploc bag, pound it down, usually using a rolling pin helps and makes it crush down to crumbs. I separated some because we're going to put about a teaspoon inside each one and about a teaspoon on top. So I separated about 6 tablespoons since I'm going to do 6 cookies first. And the rest of it is all in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that inside the white chocolate melts. Now, this will create a different texture for your chocolate. So the chocolate sets a little bit different. It also moves a little bit different inside your mold. So you're gonna have to be more careful that a big piece of cookie doesn't stop the chocolate from getting on the mold itself so that it sets properly. So just like before, we're gonna put in about teaspoon and a half of the chocolate mix and just roll it around inside. Same thing all the way through. See the chunks of cookies in there? You just got to make sure that it rolls over correctly. Now that we're done with the first round, we're going back to the second round. Make sure you take a look inside and make sure there's no mold showing, so that way you make sure you cover it with the excess that's left in there. Once you're done, we're going to dump that excess out and smooth away anything that's left on the lip of the mold. So we're done with all 12, and now we're going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Now, because this does have the Oreo cookie inside, it changes the chemistry and the texture of the melt, like I said before. So when you put it in the refrigerator this time, it's going to take extra time. It's not going to be the typical 5 to 10 minutes. It could take up to about 20 minutes to get completely hard. So before you start popping them out, just check the inside, touch it, and make sure it's completely hard and there's no soggy cookie and soggy melts left. Again, like before, we just pop the edges all the way around. Once the edges are all popped, just pull the mold away, peel back, and you'll have your nice, smooth, round, shiny shell. All right, it's time to start putting our bombs together. Take out your shells, get your pan slightly warm. I keep it on low, just enough to melt the edge a little bit. We're gonna use the same cocoa mix with the Ghirardelli's Majestic Premium Cocoa Powder, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder to 1 tablespoon of sugar, or if you make a large amount, 1/3 of a cup of the cocoa powder to 1 cup of sugar. We're gonna have our teaspoons here of the Oreo crumbs to put inside, and then later to decorate. We got our mini jet puff marshmallows and our dehydrated marshmallows I got on Amazon from Candy Factory. After I put it together, I'm going to show you how to decorate it using the melts inside the pastry bag and using Oreo cookies on top. So the first thing we're going to do is melt the first half just slightly. To smooth the edge, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of our cocoa powder mix in there. 1 teaspoon of the crumbs Oreo, and then your marshmallows, up to you how much you want to put. Like to put both of them to have a little variety. You could use color ones, white ones, up to you. Again, slightly melt the upper shell and put the 2 lips together. Once you get the 2 edges nice together, just smooth out. If it doesn't smooth out and it moves, just grab some extra melt from your melting pot and just smooth it across the edge. Once you put the decorations, that won't show as much. All right, now we're ready to decorate. So we get out our pastry bag. We're gonna fill it up with the same Ghirardelli white melts. Put them in there, close them up, and put them in the microwave. First time around, we put them in for 1 minute at 50% power. Squish it around a little, and then do it in increments of 30 seconds for 50% power also. Every time you take it out, make sure you squish the bag around and make sure that it's getting soft. I like to use these bags I got on Amazon. They're called Craft Fit edible bags. They are microwave safe, so that makes it easier. You don't have to heat up in one container and then transfer it over into your pastry bag. Once it's done, again, squish it around a little bit. Make sure that there's no clumps inside. Smooth out the tip and use your scissors to cut the tip. Keep it pretty small. You don't want to have big globby pieces dripping, but you want to have a nice thin smooth drip over your bombs. I line up all my bombs on parchment paper, makes cleanup much easier, and then just go over them with your pastry bag, slightly squeezing and letting it drip on the bombs. Once you're done with that, get your teaspoon or so of the crumbs and just spread it on top of that wet drip, because it will go ahead and hold them in place. And then put a little small dab on each one, and I got an Oreo cookie cut in 4, and put your quarter piece that will hold it in there like a glue. And there's your bomb complete and decorated. You put it in your cookie liner and it's ready to go. All we got to do is go to the microwave, heat up your 8 ounces or 1 cup of milk. Takes about 2 minutes, and pour it right over, and there you have your delicious cookies and cream hot chocolate bomb. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and enjoy your bombs.